Listen, there's plenty ways to become a successful truck driver, owner, operator, or company driver. In this video, I'm going to break down my ways that I think that you should be doing to become a successful owner operator. Basically, if you follow these rules, you'll be good in this game, and that's a fact. So stay tuned. What's going on, my fellow truckers and upcoming truckers and random people? Welcome to the channel, Trucking with Remedy. As we talked about before, we're going to discuss my top 20 ways to become a successful truck driver in this game, owner, operator, or company driver. But before we get into all that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. Appreciate all of y'all who are watching. You're going to want to watch to the end of this video because every single one of these things I'm going to give you are gems. They're gems because, I mean, some of them are real, like, duh things, but, like, some of them are not, and people don't think about them. A couple of them I didn't even think about when I first started, but then when I started doing it this way, I'm like, the fuck was I not doing this the whole time? But yeah, let's get right into it. You know what I mean? Number one, and these are no particular order or anything like that. I'm just naming them, the ones that they're all important. So, but number one, don't sleep at truck stops. Just don't. I mean, if you have to, do it. But let me tell you why. One, truck stops are always crowded and all that stuff is all. Go get your shower, get your food, and leave. Go find a rest area. Go find a Walmart. Go find a Home Depot. Go find a Lowe's. Always park close to the shipper or go to the actual shipper or receiver. You know what I mean? Go there, because then you're there. You know what I mean? Like, whether you think you could find a parking there or not, which is going to lead me to another one of my tips. You gotta sleep at your shipper or receiver, because it's just way better advantages that I'll tell you about later. Number two, your post trip is so much more important than the pre-trip. After you're done driving, they're both important. You know that. But let me tell you why your post trip is really important. Because say you've been driving all your hours, you're tired, you come to your stop for the day, and then you clock out, you go back to sleep without doing your post trip. Wake up, doing your pre-trip, boom, you see a flat tire or anything. You had 10 hours on your time off to handle that problem. Not on the clock. You could have called a tire service, took a little nap. They would have knocked on the door right when they got to you. You would have been all set in the morning. Now, you didn't wait. You waited till you found out on your pre-trip. Now you got to sit around, wait for, this is taking all time out of your day that you could have been driving. Trust me, your post-trip is most important. Do that post-trip. Find no matter how tired you are, get out of that truck and walk around it with a flashlight, whatever time of day it is, so you can see everything. All the tires, check all that. Do your post trips. Number three, sleep your 10 hours only. And what I mean by this is sleep your 10 hours only. We got a 10-hour break. Do not sleep 11 hours. Do not sleep 12 hours. Shit don't make no sense. You have a 70-hour week or whatever, a window of many hours a week to work. Like, if you're going over that time that you're allowed to sleep, going over the 10 hours, and you go 2 more extra hours, that's 2 more extra hours you could have been driving later on that week. Do only your 10 hours. If you go to sleep at 9 o'clock, that means your ass is waking up at 7 a.m. You know what I mean? 7 a.m. on the dot, ready to work. You know what I mean? Because I don't understand. I met this driver one time, and he didn't understand what I meant by that. Sleep your 10 hours only. And when it hit him that he was going over his time and stuff like that, over his 10-hour break, he was like, whoa, that's why I'm not making as much money. Yeah, no shit. Because that 70-hour window, you just went into it a little bit. By sleeping even more, not even the 70-hour window, the whole week window. You just went into it by sleeping 2 more hours later. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I can't really explain it to you better than that. But sleep your 10 hours only. If you clock out at a certain time, set your alarm clock to 9 hours and half, to 9.5 hours. I say that because obviously you got to brush your teeth, you got to stretch, you got to do pre-trip, you got to do all that shit. So that it hits 10 hours, you're ready to go on the road, you're ready to make this money. That's just it. You know what I mean? This one is more of a owner-operator rule. This is one for the owner-operators. Wake up at 7. Wake up at 7 no matter what. 7 a.m. no matter what. The reason I say this is, for owner-operators, we got to book our own loads. Say I stop driving at 2 a.m. My ass will wake up, even though I got 10-hour break, I have to take that 10-hour break. My ass will wake up at 7 a.m. and start calling to book loads. Because if you don't, you go to sleep at 2 a.m. and you wait till you do your whole 10 hours and you wake up at 12 o'clock. That's 4 hours people have already been booking loads. And you're going to look on the load board and there ain't going to be nothing left. You know what I mean? Like, loads that you want. You know what I mean? You're going to have to take the shit ones. But if you got up at 7 a.m. and started booking, trying to find loads at 7 a.m., you're going to get the cream of the crop. You're going to get the best loads. Trust me, that is key for the owner-operators. I don't care if I went to sleep at 5:30 a.m. and got a little hour and a half nap. My ass will set an alarm to wake up at 7 a.m. so I can start making those calls. And then after I book a load, which takes like 10, 15 minutes, after you find the loads that you actually want, 10, 15 minutes, you bring your ass back to sleep. I'm telling you, that is a key one for the owner-operators. All right, so where we at? We at 5. Google Map your destination. This is for company drivers, fucking owner-operators, rookie driver. It doesn't matter. If you've never been to a place and you're not familiar with how their docks are set up or anything like that, you'll fuck yourself up if you don't Google Maps that motherfucker and use the image. Because you'll know how to get in there, how the docks are set up. Look it up. Look it up. It sucks coming into a spot where you've never been and you're asking around, oh, where do I dock? Or you can't find, you know what I mean? Like, research your destination so you know what it looks like, so you know what you're getting into. It's that simple. Number 6, and like I said, this is not in any order. Be kind to your shippers and receivers. I'm telling you. You got to be respectful. Even though you're having a shitty day, you got to take that face off and be kind to these people. I'm telling you, build relationships with these people. I'm going to tell you a story in Allentown at the Unified spot in Allentown, PA. I've went there 3 times. You know, you're waiting there a long time. They take like 8 hours to unload you sometimes. So I went there. The first time I waited all the time. Second time, they like my dog. They love Dior. So we started building a relationship. I started talking to the girl that basically runs the receiving over there. And we started talking. She starts talking to me about all these other truck drivers because they just complain about how long it takes. And I get it. But there's nothing you could really do about that. So she's like, oh, some of these drivers, they're so rude. I put them on the back of the list. Boom, right there, because they were rude. Me, the third time I came there, she was like, oh, here's my number for the next time that you come. Because you're patient, you're kind, you're respectful. So here's my number. So Whenever you arrive, just call me and tell me that you're here. I'll put you in a dock immediately. Boom. I got her number. Desiree or something like that. But you got to build those relationships. These are the people that you're going to be messing with. You'll be surprised how many times you go to the same shipper or receiver and you got to mess with the same people. Build those relationships. Now I know if anytime I go to that Unify, I'm not waiting the 8 hours that it usually takes because I was kind to her. I talked to her like a regular human being. You know what I mean? Build these relationships. You're going to be needing these people in the future. And that goes with brokers too. When you're on the phone with brokers, get their email address. Get their, you know what I mean? If they got a nice load, talk to them. I've got so many loads where I could just call it. Hey, you got anything in Chicago? Anytime I'm in Chicago, I could call this dude or a couple dudes, and I automatically got a load home, which is like a $4,000 or $5,000 load coming back to Massachusetts from Chicago every time because I built that relationship. I'm telling you, be kind to these people. You know what I mean? Like it will pay out in the end. What are we at? 7. Stay healthy. You gotta stay healthy because this is real simple. Without you, you ain't gonna be able to move the truck. So if you're an owner operator, even a company driver, if you're sick and you're unhealthy, what are you gonna do? You can't drive a truck. You cannot drive a truck if you're sick and unhealthy and shit. You're not gonna be able to drive a truck. Trust me. Even I've tried to drive the truck sick and shit, and I could drive 15 hours if I wanted to any day. But when I'm sick, I get tired after 2 hours. You know what I mean? Stay healthy, people. I'm telling you. Number 8, always drop your loads early. Always drop them early. Even if you're a day early, make the attempt to go, unless you know that place, make the attempt to go to the receiver or the shipper, pick up or dropping off. Because you'll be surprised how many say that it's an appointment time and it's not. And you'll get there and they'll actually unload you right way before your appointment. And it benefits you because now you get unloaded quicker. You could get on your next load quicker. And say like you had it the next day. Now you're a day ahead of schedule. That's more money. Like always go to your drop-offs or pickups early and just check in. And then look for, if you can't, then look for a truck stop close by. Look for a rest area. Look for a Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot nearby. And boom, you'll sit. But always take that chance and go check if they'll unload you first. I'm telling you, don't make that mistake. Don't take any unloads that you're uncomfortable with. And what I mean, like, if it's paying a lot, but it's going into Manhattan, and you've never driven in Manhattan, and you've never driven in that kind of traffic, don't take that load. Don't take that load. If it's paying well and it's going through the mountains and you don't feel comfortable with the mountains, you don't like shifting, you don't like braking, you don't know, you're hard on the brake and you're always on the brake, you're gonna burn your shit out. Don't take that load. It's that simple. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Like, it's not. So trust me when I tell you this. What are we at? 10. Protect your load. Protect it. Take the 5 minutes it takes to put on some straps, put on some load bars. I'm talking dry van right now. If you doing flatbed, you already know this. Come on. That's most important. But take that 5 minutes to strap it up, to put a load bar on it, because it will save you some headaches. When I tell you it will save you some headaches, it will save you some headaches. You'll get all the way to your destination, to your drop off, and your load will shift it, and the waters will, this has happened. This is why I'm telling you this. And the waters were shifted, and now you gotta damage loads. All because you didn't want to put a load bar. And when you got damaged loads, they're not taking it. Now, if you had a load already set up, your next load, cancel that. Because now you got to find a place to bring those damaged goods. It's taking time. All because you didn't put a load bar up or a strap. I'm telling you, it's happened to me. This is the reason why I'm giving you these jewels. Don't do that. So now I don't give a fuck how tired I am, what the situation is. If I'm transporting water or anything that could move a little bit, my ass is putting the low bar or a strap, or maybe both, on that bitch. Because I'm telling you, that's the worst way to be. Is you got your load set up and you got some damaged shit that has to go back to the receiver, the shipper or whatever like that. We're on 11 or something. Time is everything. Time is everything. This goes back onto the sleeping for an extra 2 hours. It'll ruin your week. It could ruin your week. It could potentially ruin your week. That 2 hours that you decided to take an extra nap. 10 hours is plenty of time. Plenty of time to rest up. No matter how long you were driving. 10 hours is all you need. I can't even sleep 10 hours straight. But yeah, time is everything. So make sure you use your time correctly. You'll see when you get out here. This one's real key. Always keep tools on your truck. And I know it seems like a duh thing, but you'd be surprised how many guys just don't have the proper tools. Always keep extra bungees, zip ties, tape, all those things, ratchet set with all the pieces on it, hammer, pliers, vice grips, those things. You need this. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the side of the road, and if I didn't have my tool bag with me, my tools with me, I would have had to call for help for a simple fix. Keep extra hoses, clamps. I could go on for days, but keep these things. Collect them. Go buy them. Harbor Freight. Go get these things. They will save you in a time of need. I'm telling you. It will take hours for somebody to come out and fix a leaking coolant hose when you could have fixed it yourself with 2 clamps and a piece of tubing. Cut the hose, put the tubing in, clamp it up, and now you're on your way and you could get out. But if you didn't have your tools, you couldn't even do those simple things. Those simple things. That's why this is probably not one of the most important. But next is respect this craft. Respect this craft. You should already have respect for it, because the shit that we do is dangerous. It's fucking dangerous. We're on the road a lot. We live out here, and you see all the stupidity that happens. Every time I pass an accident, I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? Seriously, how the fuck did that happen? But respect the craft. It's a dangerous thing that we're doing. Don't think it's some easy shit. So study truck driving, respect it, because it is a big deal. It's a very big deal. Next, when you're at a shipper or a receiver getting loaded, get out the truck, take a walk, keep it moving. It'll wake you up. We're sitting down in this seat for most of the day. It takes some places an hour or something. Go out and walk around the facility. That's what I do. Me and Dior, every chance we get, we walk around wherever we're at. By the time we come back, we might be loaded. We might not. Do something else. Get something to eat. Do something. But stay moving. Don't sit in your truck and just watch for the green light. You know what I mean? If it's raining, whatever. I get it. If it's snowing, it's cold as shit, whatever. But if it's a nice day, I see all these people just chilling in their truck, sitting in the driver's seat. Go walk around. This is already an unhealthy business, what we do. Go walk your ass around, burn some calories to get some steps in. It's that easy. Next. This is a dying thing right now. This is dying. Get your ass a fucking CB. Get your ass a CB. It's crazy how many times I'm giving traffic updates and nobody, I'm trying to get a a call like, hey, anybody out there, anybody got their ears on? Nobody. Nobody's using CBs anymore. These things are fucking amazing. Like, tells you, I saved me so many times from traffic jams where I could, hey, there's an accident going on, there's a mile marker, this. Oh shit. Let me take this exit, take the alternate route. Get a fucking CB. Like, y'all should already want to get a CB. Like, even if you don't know how to use that shit, like, get one. It's a part of trucking. This goes with respecting the craft, man. Get a fucking CB. Next, learn to manage your money. And this is, again, it could go for both company or owner operator. Because if a company driver has any plans of becoming an owner operator, if you can't manage your money, and if you just take all your money and just think, oh, this is all mine, I'm gonna go do this, that, and the third, you ain't gonna make it in the owner operator. You ain't gonna make it, because saving is everything out here, because rainy days will come. As a matter of fact, I'm in my rainy day. And it's because I had savings and I saved that I could survive this. But some people, especially if you're one truck like me, that one truck goes, you have no more income. None. You're done. Save it. Saving is everything. You gotta save it. So that if something happens, these are not cheap fixes for trucks. It's not going in, spending $100 here. Every time you go in the shop, you probably gonna spend a stack. You probably gonna spend a G every time. You know what I mean? If you don't know what you're doing, if you can't fix it yourself. Next, help truckers. If you see a trucker on the road, I'm not telling you every time you see a broken down trucker, go help him. But if you on your time off and you in the truck stop, chilling, eating, and you see a dude under the hood struggling, or not even struggling, go ask him if he needs help. Maybe that's just me, but go ask him if he needs help. I know I always got my tools. I know an extra hand is always useful. Go ask him if he needs help. You might even learn something. You might learn something. So the next time, if that happens to you, you already know how to handle it. Just by helping somebody, you know? Next is find ways to occupy yourself. Now, this is my way, but I'm not saying be like me or do what I do. But find ways to occupy yourself means while we're driving, driving for 8 hours, driving for 11 hours a day, it can get tiring. You know what I mean? Do things listen to your podcast, radio. Obviously, you got the radio. You know what I mean? Read a book the audio books or something like that. Find ways to occupy your time. Just don't be driving all fucking day. It gets boring. You know what I mean? You got to do stuff. I go through my series. Like I said, this is me. Don't hate me, but I watch my fucking shows while I'm driving. And I perfectly stay focused on the road. Because I just got to glance at it, hear it, and that's it. I know a lot of truckers do that. I know a lot of people make fun of us for doing it. But hey, if you can't do it, don't hate, because we can. Because I ain't got any accidents that had anything to do with me fucking not focused on what the fuck I was doing. Next is know your worth. This is company and owner operators. Know your fucking worth. We're truck drivers. They need us. Don't be booking no shitty loads. Don't do it. Why? You do not need to do that. There's plenty of loads out there that I see some loads on the load board that make me sick. That I'm like, what the fuck? Who the hell would pull that load? Who the hell would pull that load? It doesn't make any sense. It's so disrespectful. You lose money if you pull the load. And it's do those loads ever get picked up? Just know your worth. Company drivers is the same thing. Whether you're with a shitty company or not, you're not going to be there forever. And don't let them talk to you anyway, because you'll be able to find another job. I tell people all this time, I don't care. And I'm going to do a video on this, whether you're a felon or not. If you got a CDL, an active CDL, you'll never struggle to find a job. Never. Never. And, yeah, so just know your worth, man. we're valuable. We're real valuable out here. We could do a lot of things. You know what I mean? And there's always somebody that's willing to give us a shot. And that will go on my being a felon while being a truck driver video that I'm gonna make soon. But yeah, know your worth. And the last one. Ooh, this is good too. This is a real gem. Always keep extra fuel in your truck. That simple. Always keep extra fuel in your truck. Some people know their truck, but say you just got a truck, you don't really know it. The gauge is all fucked up, you run out of fuel in the middle of nowhere. At least you got a 5-gallon fucking thing, or 10, you can keep 2 of them. That will get you 20 miles down the road to the next exit or whatever. Not even that. Say there's a big ass traffic jam. Snowstorm, whatever. Big ass traffic jam. I've been in them. Where you're on the highway. Not even on the side of the highway. On the highway for how many hours or days even. And you're on empty. And your truck dies. And it's freezing cold. And you ain't moving for a few hours. That fuel will come in handy. It'll keep you warm. It'll keep you idling that whole time. You never know what's going to happen out on the road. You could be fine one day, traffic moving real good. Next second, boom, traffic jam. You don't know how long you're going to be in that thing for. You know what I mean? So always keep fuel. Hey, I think that's all of them. I'll go through later, but I think that's pretty much all of them. Listen, truckers out there, rookie truck drivers, owner-operators, company drivers, these are gems. And I know there's way more. And if you have any more that I missed, put them in the comments. Put them in the comments because people need, this is the video right here. Like, these are gems right here. You do these 20 things and you will be a successful truck driver. You will be a successful truck driver. You do those things. You stay committed to doing those things. You will be a successful truck driver. And that's a promise. That's a promise. It's not hard shit. They're really not. But I definitely had to make this video. If you guys got any knowledge from it or any advice that helped you out, please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, please. I appreciate everybody that does and watches my videos. But that's it. Those are gems right there. Those are gems for you. But be safe. I'll catch you on the next one.